Hello and welcome to TVC News at 4. We begin in Delta State, where the Governorship Election Petitions Tribunal earlier today upheld the election of Governor Sheriff Oborewori of the People's Democratic Party. The three-member tribunal, headed by Justice Chibuzo Ahuchaogu, dismissed the petition filed by former Deputy President of the Senate, Oviomo Agege of the All Progressives Congress. The tribunal held that the petition contained unsubstantiated allegations, noting that it was devoid of merit and speculative. The tribunal also held that the petitioner's case was merely speculative. Back here in Lagos State, a coalition of civil society organizations has condemned what it calls political persecution of individuals and flagrant abuse of power by Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun. At a press briefing, the Civil Society Coalition in Defense of Democracy expressed concerns about the detention of Chairman of Ogun Ijebu East Local Government, Wale Adedayo. The group also condemned the demolition of DATKEMS Plaza belonging to Gbenga Daniel, who is wife of a former governor and senator representing Ogun East, Gbenga Daniel. The activists called on the Ogun State House of Assembly to intervene by investigating the allegations and making their findings public.
We are gravely concerned that the situation in Ogun State, if allowed to degenerate, is capable of undermining democracy and public peace. We drew the attention of the House to the ongoing political persecution against the former governor and the serving senator, Otumba Gbenga Daniel, as well as the immediate past chairman of Ogun Ijebu East Local Government Area, Mr. Wale Adedayo, who is presently not detained, but in prison custody after a purported impeachment.
Away from that, a coalition of civil society organizations has appealed to Nigerians to be patient with President Bola Tinubu's administration following the removal of subsidy on petrol. The group notes that it is important for Nigerians to be educated on the actions of the president as it is beneficial to them. Celestine Area reports.
Subsidy reform has become a recurring policy issue in Nigeria since the return of democratic rule in 1999. The federal government in 2022 was estimated to have paid 2.74 trillion naira subsidy, while just 600 billion naira was made in oil revenue. While in 2023 budget, 3.36 trillion was provided for fuel subsidy up to June 2023, while 2.23 trillion was projected as oil revenue for the year. The situation degenerated to the point that the government was borrowing to pay for subsidy. With fuel subsidy removal coming to the fore again, it is important to understand how it benefits or constitutes costs to the country. It is in this regard a coalition of civil society organizations will be holding a town hall meetings in 6 geopolitical zones in the country. This is to sensitize Nigerians and build their trust and morale by promoting transparency to the processes of fuel subsidy removal and helping to create a collective sense of purpose.
The major problem successive government and this government is facing presently is poor public engagement. The difference that is going to be made by the government for the fuel subsidy removal, what is going to be used for? Nigerians don't know. We need proper education on this thing. We need mass mobilization. We need mass public sensitization.
All hands on deck to support the government of the day, because a lot of news about the subsidy, we Nigerians, I don't think we have the clue, the benefits. So that is why we are engaging on this town hall.
Have is the state government, not the federal government, because every state government receives their monthly allocation. Now, when this issue of subsidy comes, what did the federal government did? They still send money to each state. What? To curtail 5 billion to state, to curtail, each state receive this money. What have they done with it?
The Nigerian Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress have resolved to grant activities nationwide from 3rd October 2023 over what the NLC calls the suffering of Nigerians following the removal of subsidy on premium motor spirit. Celestina Iria, TVC News, Abuja.
In Nasarawa State, Governor Abdullahi Sule has inaugurated a 7.5 kVA sub-power station in Doma local government area. The project costs 337 million naira. Godwin Agwam has details.
It's a dream come true for residents of Doma local government as Governor Abdullahi Sule is ushered in for the inauguration of the 7.5 kVA sub-power station. The people of Doma have grappled with the challenges of epileptic power supply for several years. This sub-power station was first awarded in 2010 at a cost of 220 million naira by previous administration. But the project did not see the light of the day due to a change in government. In 2021, the project was taken over by the Nasarawa State Electricity Power Agency, NAEPA, and reviewed upward to the tune of 337 million naira due to inflation. The eventual completion of the project by the Sule administration is the reason for this gathering.
Today, I want to call on others who want to use power to act and realize that in Doma, you have excess of over 3,000 right now that people can use. So if there is no power in Doma for whatever reason, it's not because you don't have sufficient power. So today you can actually have so many small factories around this area and they can use that excess power.
The capacity of this transformer is 7,500 kVA, which is to supply all the distribution transformers within Doma and even outside.
This project will be cherished for a lifetime by the people of Doma, and it will open the locality to visitors of opportunities.
On behalf of the people of Doma, who are the beneficiaries of this aspiration you have made a reality, Your Excellency, we thank you.
Residents of Doma have started enjoying constant power supply in the last 1 month, and this phase has come to stay. Godwin Agwam, TVC News, Doma.
The Ooni of Ife, Adedayo, says indigenous products must be promoted to grow the economy, boost volume of exports, and increase revenue generation. Oba Ogunwusi was speaking in Ile-Ife during an exhibition of indigenous textile designs known as Adire. Rafiu Hamid has more.
It's an exhibition of indigenous textile designs known as Adire. A number of women and youths have received support from the Ooni of Ife on how to make textile designs in the past. Oba Adedayo used this opportunity to patronize the producers. He said the promotion of indigenous commodities will improve empowerment for women and youths in particular, and will also reduce importation and undue foreign currencies dictate on the nation's economy.
Our legal tender is Naira. We buy things with Naira. Why pressure on dollar? I implore government to be very strict. People keeping dollars, they should go after them in their, even local banks. It doesn't make any sense. That's not the legal tender of our nation. They should promote initiatives like this, homemade goods, 100% made with Naira.
Over the past 3 weeks, we have been doing this training. We have diligently trained 150 women in tricycle riding and maintenance.
The traditional ruler also presented cash gifts to some of these women who underwent a 2-week training in tricycle riding, which is the initiative of one of his queens, Ronke Ogunwusi.
With the initiative of Queen Riders, for them to use tricycle and be supporting their families.
We intend to get the tricycle for them on hire purchase. So once they've made the hire purchase payments, they can still take home between 5,000 to 7,000 naira every day. And that's what we're doing here today, you know, enlightening people that what a man can do, a woman can also do. And they have proven themselves.
The beneficiaries, who were presented with certificates, thanked the monarch for the opportunity.
We appreciate this empowerment today on behalf of the Queen Riders and I personally, Honorable Babalola Oluwakemi.
We say thank you, we appreciate them. We use this medium to pray for them.
The target of the organizer is to train and empower millions of women across 774 local government areas in the country for financial independence and sustainable economic growth. Rafiu Hamid, TVC News, Ile-Ife, Osun State.
That's TVC News at 4. Thank you for watching. For more updates on the stories we are monitoring, you can visit our website, www.tvcnews.tv. You can also follow us on our social media handles. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and X at TVC News NG. On YouTube, we are live at TVC News Nigeria. Thanks for watching. Next is Sports Desk.